this is what was on the spreadsheet. The topic is in what vignette. And I like that Scrivener can have a split screen, and you can do that horizontally or vertically. So you could have a source document or article here on the bottom, for example, and then write what you want at the top. It just gives you more area to work. But here I realized again that I was right as I was writing or finishing it, that there were certain themes I wanted to be sure were in the book. The theme of survival and resilience, how you go on to have a good life after the Holocaust. Kindness in particular, and this thing about my cousin, he would say he only survived because every once in a while there was a kind guard or person that would give him some food. Again, I annotated that, and that was from his daughter's eulogy for this cousin. But along with these themes about resilience, I then went back and I did research on those. And characteristics, post-traumatic growth, book Beyond Evil by Irvin Staub. I met with him when we drove to Maine. We did a detour to meet with this guy in his 80s and pester him with questions. So again, to do your research and backing things up. And again, I contacted the authors. And I left the first writing person, the first writing coach, she and I had a divorce. I was writing too much for her. I was too productive. And she said, I don't have time for this. And I needed a fresh perspective anyway. So I worked with another woman named Amy Friedman, who was just wonderful. And she asked very astute questions about relationships, and again, shifted my perspective in the story from not just describing then the romance and the intertwined relationship, but she emphasized that how I came to unravel the story and the relationships, and learning about, learning about Shani falling in love with Kati falling in love with my father's brother, and the history of that, and then Queen Elizabeth putting the kibosh on that romance, saying, "Why, you silly goose? He doesn't really want to marry you. He just feels sorry for you," and just unraveling that and digging deeper into those layers of things came from my working with Amy, and her comment about it being the more intimate and the more it was painful to be that intimate about my father, and my father, as the line in Chorus Line, he went through life with an open fly. I didn't know that he had all of these affairs, and how painful that was to my mother. And then wondering, well, why did she stay with him? What happens in these relationships that
it was very well told, and I am impressed because you really. What really struck me so amazing about as I read the book, I felt like almost like I had spent a day sitting around the coffee table with all your aunts, learning about your family. I really felt like I had gotten that close into your family. So you really did dig in and get there with us. So I applaud you for that. So for someone who is so used to writing scientifically and at a distance, I was impressed with the intimacy you brought to the stories, and it really did a beautiful job with it there. So kudos for that.
But again, I had to recognize that I was not skilled at doing that, and that I needed to pick up some new skills, and to find somebody who was able to teach me